Stories Untold, Truth Suppressed. JKLG Sinha interacts with kin of civilians killed in terror attacks. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Sunday said the central government and the security apparatus is committed to bring the voices of civilians killed in terror attacks in the last 3 decades to the forefront and ensure justice. Sinha met the family members of Kashmiri civilians killed by terrorists in the last 3 decades, and paid tributes to the victims. For decades, they were marginalized and their voices not heard. Justice was denied. Their pain was ignored, their stories untold, and the truth deliberately suppressed, Sinha said during the meeting organized by Save Youth, Save Future Foundation, a non-profit organization documenting the families of terror victims. Hundreds of families have now found strength and support to say their loved ones were killed by Pakistani terrorists. It's shocking that before 2019, funeral processions for terrorists were allowed while thousands of common Kashmiris killed by terrorists remained forgotten and unacknowledged, he said. Sinha asked the families, who are entitled to government jobs, to submit their cases to the concerned deputy commissioners. He assured them a speedy appointment process within a month, while offering financial aid to those who wish to start their own business ventures. According to the information available, more than 40,000 people, including civilians, security personnel, and children, have been killed since 1990. In a majority of cases, FIRs were not filed. In cases where FIRs were not registered, directions will be given to register them. Additionally, actions will be taken to free the land and property of terror victims' families that have been encroached upon by terrorist sympathizers or separatist elements, he said. More than 80 families interacted with Sinha, talking about their experiences with the terrorists and their backers. They said they have countered decades of false propaganda and Pakistan's role in fueling terrorism in the Kashmir Valley. They said a fake and dangerous narrative was promoted, one that portrayed Pakistan-backed terrorists as victims and Indian security forces as aggressors, but real victims, common Kashmiris, were ignored and neglected due to the influence of separatist outfits and the ecosystem. The government of India is committed to bringing the voices of the victims to the forefront and ensuring justice. For years, the truth was buried under the pressure of the terror ecosystem. Now, the families are exposing Pakistan and their supporters inside Kashmir, Sinha said. We must expose those wearing masks in society. We must break the silence and speak up against those committing atrocities. The lieutenant governor said while India is progressing by leaps and bounds, Pakistan, a known terror hub and breeding ground for terrorists, is yearning for bread. Today Pakistan is counted as the biggest beggar in the world and our country has become the 4th largest economy in the world. While our youth today are making a name for themselves in innovation and entrepreneurship, Pakistan is sending its youth to terror training camps. It aims to kill common Kashmiris. But we have drawn a new line with Operation Sindoor and we will give a befitting response to any misadventure by the enemy, he said. Swipe left for next video. He further said under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, all efforts are being made to ensure inclusive development. Security officials are working to ensure that victims' families receive the justice, recognition, and support they deserve after years of suffering in silence, he said. I also assure all the families affected by Pakistan-sponsored terrorism that your culprits will not be spared, he added. Latest blogs.